Welcome back to React University. I am Corey.
And I'm Dana.
And today we're back with another episode, or the final episode of Season 2, House of the Dragon.
That is right. We are reacting to episode 8 of the second season, The Queen Who Ever Was. But before we dive in, don't forget to like this video, comment, share it with your friends, subscribe to our channel here on YouTube, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're always the first to know whenever we drop something new.
Can't believe we're waiting for 2 more years. I don't understand what is this whole thing that HBO's been doing. They did that same thing with The Last of Us. Did it with the first season. Now they're doing that same thing with the second season. If you know why they're waiting 2 seasons before they come out with the next season, let us know. Well, 2 years before they come with the next season. Just let us know. I don't understand.
Good quality?
They did good quality in the first one.
Did it take a year
with
or 2
less
years?
Money?
Did it take 2 years? How long did it take? Maybe this is on trend.
Every single season that they done.
It's 2-year gap.
No, in the first in House and Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but were we trying to use Game of Thrones as the barometer?
Yeah, but Game of Thrones, which was fantastic, great writing.
For a while.
Well, when they had the books to utilize before they decided to go rogue without the books, they did it each episode. I mean, each year, you know, with less money, right? Definitely less pressure, because if you have the world on their heads, because it was more of a cult following before it became.
I think in the earlier seasons, but I don't necessarily know.
I just remember the last season, the season 8, which was the worst season. They waited 2 years from season 7 to season 8, and they produced doo-doo. I just don't understand. I mean, I have no idea. Like, if you know why they waited 2 years before we get season 3, let us know. I feel like people's gonna be so much way older. I mean, maybe that. Maybe that's the reason why.
Maybe that's part of the point.
Because the books does jump around, so maybe that's the reason. I don't know. We'll see. Well, listen, don't forget you can watch the full reaction to this episode also right now on our Patreon page. Please go and support. Really helps the channel. And with that, class is in session. Let's do this. All right, bloodshed. Let's go.
Yeah, that music. Okay.
Monkey. We're in Dorne.
Oh my gosh.
Dorne.
Even if I wanted to.
Again, no.
Poverty, it is hollow
this is him trying to negotiate with the Triarchy, maybe?
Yeah, this is a Lannisters.
Think that we lack for buyers for our tapestries and perfumes. Essos is as rich.
This is too hot for me.
It seems you need us more than we need you.
Smattering of rocks. Hardly a sacrifice to the lords of Westeros.
Those rocks have been disputed for a generation.
I feel like he's in over his head, honestly.
Very well.
What? Did he just say yes?
How about let me go talk to the king first?
You can topple the Prince Regent and sit the Iron Throne yourself.
Oh my gosh.
One more condition.
He's already lost.
Rather set on a bath and flagon of wine.
The commander of our fleet must agree to go with you.
Very well. Let us meet this commander then.
Well met, Lord Tywin.
It's Tyland.
Tyland. All right, let's go. Come on.
Beg your pardon?
A poet.
Come on. I don't got time for this. Come on, follow me. I'm gonna go take a shower. A bath.
You're thin.
But also tall.
Look, while you trying to undress me down in front of your men, let's go.
Who cannot best me.
Oh my god.
What is this?
Who this?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
From that angle, I was like, what?
He just burned some random place. Yeah, he just went through and burned some place.
Is he gonna turn into one of those people that likes to inflict pain on others?
It's a place that probably was allegiance to You're looking a little better.
Some rum wouldn't go amiss. You're a good man, oh wow.
I must ask you, Your Grace, to steel yourself. We must leave King's Landing quickly, and we will not return for some time.
Be that as it may, he has gone in fury to Sharp Point and laid waste to the whole of the town.
What a sharp point.
I am the king. Why must I run? Because the Prince Regent is going to kill you.
Mm-hmm. And you know it.
You were in danger before, and now he is thwarted and he is angry. There is no telling what he will do, but we have an opportunity while he is away. An opportunity to push him out. Take me to my throne. Once he returns, I shall take him prisoner. And what then? When Rhaenyra descends on you with her 7 dragons and you without Vhagar, what then?
And you don't have
Sure.
Sunfire.
You want to take me to Essos to live with the goat fuckers. My dragon is dead. I am burnt and alone. You're not alone. My cock is destroyed. Did they tell you that?
Oh, dang.
It burst in the flames like a sausage on a spit.
Dang.
Oh.
Yo, that sucks.
They will hail the returning king, his father's true heir, Aegon the Victorious, risen from the ashes.
He's making some good points here.
If he can play the long game.
Aegon the realm's delight.
This
He
was
can't
his
be
sister's
no
name.
more Aegon the dragon. The what he said? Dragon cock. Can't be no more
Did you
dragon
hear what
cock.
he just said? Aegon the Realm's Delight. That was what Rhaenyra's nickname was.
Oh, really?
The Realm's Delight.
Oh.
I feel like if this didn't go well, right? Rhaenyra would be disappointed because she's like, you just left my kids.
Right.
What are you doing here? Remove your feet from the table.
I'd rather not. Ulf.
It's not up to you.
Who's it up to then? Boy.
Oh,
He's the prince, Ulf.
we got a problem.
Who'd have thought it? He lives here.
I'll have an apology from you.
Oh, the young prince! And look at that hair.
He's going to be like, I'm your
What's wrong
uncle.
with you?
Do you know what has happened this last hour? The so-called Prince Regent has burned Sharp Point down to its stones. If you hinder our efforts through sloth or unreadiness, I will see you hanged and your body fed to the dogs in the street.
Bruh.
I truly don't think I think he literally, he just
I know.
acts like,
Yeah.
you know,
He don't know any better.
Vhagar's not his only dragon.
The third brother is untested. He's never left Old Town. And his dragon is younger than Vermax.
But a dragon nonetheless.
Helena. She does not ride. She has no taste for it.
She may yet be compelled.
True.
Aemon thought himself invincible. He has now discovered he is not. He'll be angry. He will not stop at burning Sharp Point. And he will not be denied.
How goes the sea snake?
My ship is no longer the Sea Snake. I've given her a new name.
Aww.
Oh, will she say all? Let's hear what the name.
The Queen who never was.
There it is. There it is.
Your Grace,
Oh,
a word.
talking about
It
Damon.
seems the sheep on our land has been sold upriver.
Sir Alfred Broom has come to see you.
Oh, there he is.
You've arrived just in time to see my new army.
At least by the time he arrived, Damon finally got it together.
Right.
And he seems the most clear-headed that he's been since he arrived at Harrenhal.
I aim to march on King's Landing before he can catch me.
May I have a word in private, Your Grace?
Is he supposed to march on King's Landing?
He's making decisions himself.
I pledge my banners to Rhaenyra, his heir. I will never serve the usurpers or the whelps of Old Town.
While you have mustered an army, Rhaenyra has faltered. But you are a leader of men.
Oh, goodness.
Bruh!
If you declare yourself, your lords will follow you.
I never took you for a turncloak.
Don't do that, bro. He would not like that.
But what we need
Oh my gosh.
is a king.
This ain't gonna work well for you, bro. Only he can betray his own family.
But you know what? I think at any other point up until this, Damon would have liked to hear that.
Yeah. Like Damon has been through a lot
Mentally.
that I think is making him question.
So now
his
do you
own-
appreciate his hallucinations?
It's so frustrating, the hallucinations.
He is watching.
Yeah, he's listening.
I was happier before I was queen.
What would you think about leaving this place?
Where would I go?
To your grandfather's place.
Helena, here you are.
Mother.
You can ask her for a dragon.
The crown has need of your service.
Now.
The pretenders raise new riders against us, and we must answer in kind. I need you to fly with Dreamfire to battle.
Aemond.
I do not wish to fight.
Our wishes must take second place now to what is necessary to preserve the throne.
I won't burn anyone.
It isn't a question.
They have defiled our birthright, made commoners into dragon lords. It is a sin and must be punished.
May I remind you, your sister is still the queen.
As you were once.
You wish to rule the Seven Kingdoms, but you rain ruin and death upon its small folk when you've been insulted. Because it makes you feel strong. Not like this.
Allison, you should have got out of there.
She
You got a
tried.
chance.
She was kind of slow about it.
She
was
wouldn't-
she was
she wouldn't
ruminating
go
on it. It was an idea.
Play in the woods.
Do you think nothing of your oath, Lord Commander? Fucking the Queen of the Seven Kingdoms.
Look, all the men looking too.
She saved my life. Twice. Once from the headsman's axe and once from myself. Since then, she has been the beacon I follow.
It's a good story. It's a good story.
It's a good symbolism because the
Mhm.
beacon, the Hightower beacon. It's the
Desire
most
for women
humble
brought
you've
me
ever
grief after
been.
grief.
Then resisted.
It's the most honest he's been.
To protect the righteous and dispense justice on the rest. The dragons dance and men are like dust under their feet.
I like this side of him.
I know. I'm like, okay.
We march now toward our annihilation.
It does not befit a prince to pout.
I'm not pouting.
You sure?
What would you call it then?
If any common lout can ride a dragon, then...
That does not make me common. Or you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I am.
I don't care. You are the crown prince, the son of the rightful queen. And here you are sulking. Get up and take your place by your mother's side.
Mm-hmm. You know she's spitting facts.
I will be pleased to sail at your side.
To the gullet on the morrow!
So they're gonna fight the
Against the blockade.
Yeah, no, I'm saying they're gonna fight to stop the blockade.
And virility.
Good.
I wish to have children by you.
I told you.
I want you to fuck my wives.
Oh.
How many wives do you have?
Just your wives?
That is so funny.
How many?
I saw it going that direction, but I had not accounted for the why. It makes sense with her position.
I have entrusted you with a power only few have known, and I charge you to take it up with fealty and respect. Alone, without allies, you will have no choice but to surrender.
You wish for us
For
to
their
kill
hometown.
innocents.
And so many.
It is hard.
We must break the will of our enemy.
Silverwings are Goashes. We're afraid of nothing. Even if you are.
There will be time enough to see which one of us is a coward.
I said more of these little birds.
Oh my gosh.
Can this guy?
All your life you've sought to command your own fate. But today you are ready.
Ready for what?
Did you say he would die in this place? Was that like a metaphorical death? Daenerys?
Yeah. Danny.
You know your part.
He's just a player. He is not the,
You know what you must do.
He's not the main
What?
character.
Must I do? Wait. She was just literally talking to him.
Come with me to Harrenhal.
And if I refuse, will you burn me as you did Aegon?
That is a lie.
I saw it.
She saw it. I saw what you did to my man.
Aegon will be king again. He's yet to see victory. He sits on a wooden throne. And you,
A wooden throne.
you'll be dead.
Okay, now he may push her.
You were swallowed up in the god's eye, and you were never seen again.
God's eye? Did I hear that somewhere
The
before?
three-eyed raven? And if Damon is like, how come you ain't trust me? I'd be mad, kind of, because...
But now that he's seen, you know, some stuff...
I think he'll be...
Maybe he saw her on the throne, period.
Yeah.
So now he knows, like, this ain't gonna go well for me.
Welcome to Harrenhal,
right.
My queen. I did not think to see you here yourself.
There he is.
So
no
funny.
one bowed.
Because
I wasn't expecting you.
That seems rather a lapse in foresight. And to whom are you sworn?
call him out as a traitor.
How would they? Well, you're supposed to be rivermen, right? Remember your honor, your word.
The realm's only hope is a leader who can unite it, and my brother chose
Exactly. All right.
You are the true queen, Rhaenyra. First of her name.
This guy, I just want him
Yeah,
on
look
the
at this
chopping
dude.
block. I'm frustrated with him.
Damon's gonna call him out.
I hope so.
He has to. She just came.
You're so
For every one of us who falls, 100 of them.
Look at him. Look at him.
Get him. Ugh.
Come.
Begging your pardon, Your Grace.
I had to see you.
Uh-oh.
Who knows?
None save my protector. He laid down his sword at your gate.
Why have you come here?
Because I lost my way. Or rather, it was taken from me. I have been alone of late. I walked outside the walls of the city and I felt a weight lifted from me. I do not wish to rule, I wish to live. To be free of all this endless plotting and striving. I would take my daughter and her child and leave it all behind.
She's just asking, can I live? Can I just...
Like, where are you trying to go, girl?
As if you would not have been challenged regardless.
Did not your hand bring it forth like a midwife?
I did only what I thought your father wanted.
Oh, go then. Leave us behind, as you say. Wander in the wilderness. Why have you come here?
Aemon will soon fly to join Cole in the Riverlands. When he's gone, Helena as queen will be the crown's authority. If you come then to King's Landing, I will see to it that our guards throw down their arms. We will open the gates. We will shed no blood. You will enter as a conqueror.
The comment
But it
section
won't.
gonna be roasting right now.
But it won't.
Team Green.
What of Aegon?
Team Green,
She's
y'all
not
okay with this?
She's
broken beyond recognition.
But that's
Team
the
Green,
thing.
y'all okay with this?
That's the thing. She's kind of out of the loop.
If I am to take the throne, I must put an end to the opposition.
What does that mean?
I must take Aegon's head. And I have to do it for all to see. You know this.
She's kind of right.
Will you shrink from what you set out to do? Or will you see it through?
She's saying if we get surrender, can we have peace? And Rhaenyra's like, I can't
No, she can't.
take
No,
Aegon's
100%.
head.
Yeah. She
And
needs to
Alicent
get that
just
head.
can't bring herself. You know what I mean? It's hard to
Yeah.
bring herself to
She
say.
need that head.
You are much changed. And what do I do with you now?
You let me go to do what I promised. Go.
I like their scenes together.
Oh, get it together, bro. Get it. I'm so irritated with him.
But
There gotta be one.
He can't get a personality.
And I'm irritated with her. Look at this chick in the wilderness.
She said she's gonna get a dragon or die.
That chick gonna be flapping like, oh shoot, somebody's chasing me. What is, the freak is wrong with you? Get away from me! Leave me alone!
So silly.
Come here! Stalks!
Okay.
They crossing.
They're crossing.
They crossing.
But now, even if he tried to claim his kids, they'll be mad. He's captive.
I knew it.
But where? Who has him?
Who got him?
So they got out.
Yeah.
She could sit, but then,
This montage, I like it, but I'm getting upset. This
She don't want
time
it
is
to
gone.
end. Is that how it ends? Wow. Really? Okay. Interesting. I didn't really think it was gonna end that way. Interesting.
I just like this montage is kind of getting a little too long.
Too long.
Too long in
to
the
like
tooth.
to follow it up with anything else.
That's like, nah, they about to.
So who do you think has Otto?
Well, you remember when we were watching the lore, they were saying like how there's the guys who got his head bashed in. I forgot his house.
Yes, Beesbury.
Beesbury. They are currently at war with the Hightowers.
Or yeah.
So Beesbury probably has him.
Beesbury, and then there was one other I think that they'd aligned with. I can't remember.
Can't remember the other family, not the Tullys, but the
Reach. No, he was. I remember he was on his way to the Reach.
The
Tarleys.
Tarleys. Sam's got people.
Samwell Tarleys.
Yeah, from Game of Thrones. His people.
Predecessors.
Yeah, so their families are currently at war with the Hightowers, and they probably the one who got them.
Yeah.
That's probably what's going on right now.
Oh.
All right, so here's what's happening. From what I'm getting at is, by the way, the Greens, we got at least some of the Greens taking the knee. Y'all okay with that?
Only
in the comment section.
Only Alicent is taking a knee.
She's taking the knee. I know a lot of people out there who's Alicent fans. She's taking the knee. You good with that? How you feel about that? She's saying, I can't take none of this smoke. This smoke is too much for me. She's done. She says, I am taking a knee and I'm willing to let one of my kids get his head taken off. By the way, when she gets to King's Landing to do all that, she ain't gonna be able to find Aegon because Aegon dipped.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I was gonna say is, to me, Alicent saying, I'll let you guys just walk in. Technically, Alicent is not.
Yeah,
she doesn't really have the authority to do that, because even if she, like, I don't know how recently she's checked on Aegon, but do you know what
that's why because she said when
no, she said Aemond will be away. Helena will be ruling queen,
and she'll make.
So she'll have Helena. She'll basically encourage or manipulate Helena to do that. And so then she said, "Well, what about Aegon?" She said, "Oh, he's basically burned and he's like crippled and he's like not a factor." But what we're saying is that we see that Aegon is in his right mind. He obviously is a cripple. He's still recovering, but he is coherent.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, yeah, Alicent can make all these claims, but technically she's not the ruling authority to truly surrender. All that hinges upon Helena being the one to do that.
Right.
Do we think Helena would do that anyway? Because Helena also has
I think she would.
Well, she also has visions of the future. So I
Right.
think that she would do the things that I think she's willing to play her part. So I think if it aligns with her part, she would do it.
That's
but
so sad that they did that to that boy Jaehaerys. Took that kid's head off.
yeah, I was kind of.
That is sad.
I would be, if I was Rhaenyra, I would be so pissed because I'm like, you just basically stained my hands because you decided to go rogue and then use my name as like, you know what I mean? Like that just, oh, I would be pissed. But I still like to say, I'm fine with Alicent saying, look, I don't want any part of this anymore. Like,
I understand why she
completely
would
get
do that.
her story. And I guess the reason why to me, I'm not like, oh, Greens are turning, turning coat or whatever,
But
is because at this point, if Alicent was actually in a position of power, I'd be like, oh, wow, that's real. But Alicent's not in a position of power anymore, so I feel like she's not really much of a threat.
But could Alicent be doing this? We know she's genuine. I don't see any deceit, any naked deceit, as she always like to say, in what she said. But it is very interesting that this is her play. And why is this her play? What got her in this situation of feeling like the weight of everything, and then when she walked out, she felt free, was because she started to see she was losing power, and all these people was doing stuff that she didn't agree with, was doing a bunch of dumb stuff.
I can
So
kind of. go
could
ahead.
she? I'm just gonna say, like, if she was still in the room where it happens, would she
have
done this?
I think so. I think her confession, right, and talking about, I was always told there was like an order to the world, and you're supposed to like follow this path of righteousness, right? I can totally understand that. So to your point, right, I think she probably thought, if I still had a voice in the room, it's my duty to remain as the voice of reason, to try to sway this council towards righteousness.
But now she's seeing the light because she no longer got the
Well,
voice.
I don't even necessarily think. I think once she and Rhaenyra met in the Sept, I
Right.
think she realized
Yeah, that definitely was a
that was a big
power
deal.
play, and it was a big deal because it said some
Yeah.
things, revelation, and then it started to play in her head.
Right, and at
about
that point, she
her
still
mistakes.
had a position in the room.
Right.
I think the issue is she's only one voice on a council. Like, she is not regent, right? She is not the ruler, so her voice only has so much say. Now, when Viserys was on his deathbed and she and her dad worked together, she had more say, right? Her dad obviously still would do some stuff behind her back, but to your point, I think to me, I don't think it was necessarily a change. I think she's always been in the pursuit of whatever she thinks is the most righteous path. And if she thought the most righteous path could be pursued while she's in the council room, she would have stayed. But if the most righteous path is going to be pursued outside of that room, then she would walk away. I think her not being in the council room gave her a chance to actually say, there's literally nobody here that's trying to manipulate me to do anything. So for the first time, I can actually think. Like,
Well,
I
she's
can
definitely
relate to
actually
that.
free.
I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
relate to that.
yeah.
Having that, like, no one else has demands of me, or I have
Yeah,
the
she's
quiet
never
of my mind to actually think, what would I even
She's no longer
want?
part of the chess piece.
Right.
She's outside the board, and
And-
she's able to see things a little bit clearer.
Right. And so I think with that clarity, she's like, okay, technically I'm not a ruler, yes, but I have enough influence that I could make this particular strategy work. And
Right.
if I think that's the most righteous thing, and I could just be like, just take me out the game, like, I think that's a pretty.
But now when she's saying take me out of the game, she's trying to flip the whole board over. She's like,
Well,
I'm done. Everybody needs to just stop. You know?
That's the thing. Like, people all, like, I don't know. I just think I think it's a very human thing, right?
No,
there are so many people that are like, I think things should be this way, right? I think that's right. So I'm gonna make this move, and like it's gonna impact all of these people, but it's right in my eyes, so I'm gonna do it. Like,
so,
you know,
is this calculation, is it going to change Rhaenyra's plan? Because Rhaenyra was saying we need to go to Hightower, and basically burn some places to the ground, level them. But now with Alicent coming in and saying this, does it change her calculation? Like, obviously it changed a calculation, but would she now no longer go to Hightower, or would she now just go to King's Landing?
I would think it would be wise to talk with her council, right? Because I don't know enough about like the timing of people marching and whatnot. It seems like a flight to King's Landing is not that far away, right? Because
it's like right down the street.
So if it was me,
Right
I
on
would
the
say the armies are going to be a problem, because even if she took off Aegon's head, Aemon might retaliate, right? Because if Aemon doesn't view Rhaenyra as a true queen, if Aegon's head is cut off, Aemon's gonna say, I'm now king. Like, you know what I mean? And he still has a dragon. So to me, I think it makes sense. Still follow with the plan of you still need to deal with the armies, because a war is going to be fought with armies. Dragons are, you can't just have dragons.
Right.
So I mean, obviously, I'm not Rhaenyra, but if it was me, I would still handle the armies, and I would say, okay, from whether it's me on the dragon that's handling the armies, or if I send people, you go handle these armies, and I'll go to King's Landing and take it. And at the same time, you know what I mean? She has 6, so she's gonna have to make the determination. Where's Vhagar right now? How many flight hours will it take for him to either come to King's Landing or come and take out the armies? And do we have enough of the right size dragons in either location?
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but to Rhaenyra, she's still trying to find out the way in which she can do the biggest blow with the least amount of bloodshed, right? So she's to what she would probably do is she would probably head to King's Landing. But I understand what you're saying. Like, there is still a war to be fought, and you still got these people alive. And so, if they are still alive, these people will probably still pledge their allegiance to, Aegon or Aemon. And so you need to wipe out their army, or at least take a nice blow to the army before you go to King's Landing.
Then again, you bring up a good point as well, right? Because that is true. Rhaenyra's, I feel like, character, she would try to find the most peaceful path.
Right. So I got the throne now, guys.
But then it's like, how long does it take for that message to get to the frontline generals that are literally leading their armies to rendezvous points? Do you know what I mean? Now, one of the things that Alicent did give in terms of information is she let her know that Criston Cole was going to meet Daemon at Harrenhal.
Right. They're going to Harrenhal.
Right. So, if they need to redirect their army to a central point, there's some of that. So I don't know. I think you raise a really good question. Like, what is the best? Because, maybe sitting on the throne, maybe going and sitting on the throne buys enough time to make the army slow down. Be like, wait, who's leading us again?
I just trying to. Okay, so Helena, obviously she was there when Daemon was having his little schizophrenic moment.
She was part of the vision,
right? And she was talking literally, but then she said to Aemon that Aegon will become king again, and he will sit on a.
No, she said he is on a wooden throne. I don't know if that means like his little. I don't know if it's because he was on a splint. He was in the bed. He is on a, because she said he's on a wooden throne. He has not yet been victorious. He will be king again. Like basically saying like, Aemon, you're.
Wooden throne. I felt like she's saying something more than just simply he's like in bed. You know
what
I mean?
I the only reason why I thought that, I could be wrong, but I guess we know the Iron Throne is like the throne.
Right.
So when she says he's on a wooden throne, maybe that means like he's been propped up by other people.
And I personally thought I heard her say that he will be on a wooden throne.
No.
So you're saying you heard him say that he is on a wooden throne, and I heard that he's going to be on a wooden throne.
No, she said he would be king again. She made a point to say he has not yet been victorious. he will be king again. So it could be Wooden Throne, could be he currently is king because other people have propped him up. Maybe that's that. But he has not truly been victorious in and of himself to become king and set the Iron Throne, like from like a owning it yourself standpoint.
Right. Well,
I don't know.
What would you give this episode? The final, the conclusion.
This one I think is hard, and I don't know if it's because season finales you kind of go in with high expectations. It definitely had its good points. It definitely had some slow moments.
It had a lot of filler. It's like, come on now. I don't care anything about what's going on with Tywin Lannister. I don't care. Like, I understand he need to get the thing. You know what I mean? They're making a whole thing out of it, and I get it. I'm just saying, I don't care. You know, I understand that's gonna be important because they need to have a blockade. The Greens need a blockade for.
But you know what? With certain things, I feel like you'd be like, they could have fleshed that out a little bit longer. We could have seen what's happening with Thailand. If
I know,
they had just jumped, just action.
I'm good with that. I'm totally good with them fleshing something out. I just felt like execution was.
Okay, that's different. So then you're saying it could have been executed better,
right?
Like, I didn't necessarily take it as
it's like
filler.
Come on, let's get to it.
But I say all that to say, I think I'm gonna give this an 8.75. I think. There were definitely some points that I really liked, but I think I probably would have wanted just a little bit more oomph.
Yeah, I wanted
a season finale before heading into.
Yeah, I needed a big giant battle.
Give me a cliffhanger.
Or good stories being, living. I mean,
I
for
don't
me
need
personally,
somebody blowing up, but I do need
not even need a blowing up, but like some more like.
I need something that has me on the edge of my seat. Like I can't wait until they, bring the next season.
8.5 for me. 8.75 for her. 8.5 for me. What is your score? What would you give this episode? Comment below. Let us know. How do you feel? Some of the Greens taking the knee. Are you okay with that? Is that something you okay with? You just let me know.
It's a journey.
Personally, I'm like, what? She's taking the knee. She's taking the knee. Personally, that's my stand. Anyway, comment below, let us know how you feel about that. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can always get the latest on anything we post right here on the channel.
That's right. Also, don't forget to become a member of our Patreon so you can see the full reaction to this episode as well as many other things. Go check it out. You'll not be disappointed.
Until next time, we'll catch you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.